to a joyful life. Hi, Parashakti.
Hello, Brian.
Are you ready for a good conversation? Or really, we're going to dive into some stuff here. You ready for this?
I'm so ready.
All right. Well, sit tight for just a second, and I will be right back with you. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you,
Brian.
Thanks to all of you, who are joining us on coolchangeradio.com, bradleyquick.com, and on Facebook. As you know, you can catch Bradley's live and recorded video shows and interviews on those sites and many other websites. And you can listen to Bradley's archived audio interviews, hundreds of them, your favorite topics, your favorite experts, and your favorite personalities at bradleyquick.com. Later in the show, former Mr. Universe Paul Medrano will be with us talking about fitness and healthy living in the Getting Fit with Mr. Universe segment. That's all going to happen shortly, so stay put. And make a note, if you would like to call in with a question for me or my guest today, Parashakti, just pick up the phone and dial 818-824-9123. And if you saw the show yesterday with Kyle Cease, you know that we sang that in harmony to the California Girls song. And I'm not even going to try to repeat that right now. It's something 818-824-9123. But I think it was in a higher key. Anyway, that's the number, 818-824-9123. And so today, my guest is Parashakti, Dance of Liberation, the founder of Dance of Liberation. And the Dance of Liberation is a dynamic form of movement therapy. And actually, I have Parashakti. She's here. Hi, Parashakti.
Hello again.
Parashakti. I just love saying the name Parashakti. How are you?
I'm great.
Welcome.
I'm great. Brian, I would love us to start the way I would start any type of gathering, ceremony.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I would welcome that, please.
Okay, so I'm going to invite
Guide
you
us, yes.
and myself to close our eyes. And this is the first foundation of Dance of Liberation, is creating sacred space. And so whether you are at home or wherever you are in the world, just take a moment and find that internal place of the seclusion of darkness where all the answers live. And it's within this space that we are going to enter into a journey that's going to turn into a conversation that you are part of. And that's the mission of Dance of Liberation. And so we start always with giving such thanks. And I personally thank my elders from the Native American tradition who I've been dancing with for 13 years. And I give great thanks to my ancestors who have passed down this dream, because we are that living dream. So in your own way, as your eyes are closed and your heart is open, say a prayer of gratitude. And when you're ready, join us and open your eyes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Parashakti. So, Parashakti, Dance of Liberation. What is it?
What is it? So Dance of Liberation was birthed out of the roots of shamanism, and it's my deep exploration of exploring the essence of spirit and dance. And I actually have started exploring this since the age of 4, Brian.
Wow.
So, yes, at age 4, I did not know what shamanism was all about.
Mm-hmm.
And yet there was a deep call from the very young age where I was connecting to spirit guides. I was connecting to power animals. And, of course, then it was very normal for a child to shapeshift herself into an animal and start dancing around. And yet there was more of a deep path that was opening for me that, years later became the movement therapy that I teach today and facilitate all around the world.
Yeah, I wonder certainly children have an imagination and go all kinds of. I wasn't shape-shifting into animals and dancing all around. I mean, that's pretty interesting that this found you at such a young age.
Yes, and, I always like telling this story. I was diagnosed with very severe learning disabilities. So all of my attention and intention from such a young age, from the moment I started school, went into the performing arts and went into dancing my way through high school. And so I had the platform to really get deep with these experiences that shaped what I do today.
Right. So, dance has really been a part of your DNA.
It has.
From the beginning.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, that's fascinating. And so one of the things that we also wanted to talk about is in your Dance of Liberation, in that experience, something that when you're, well, give us a little bit more understanding of the structure of Dance of Liberation.
Sure. So Dance of Liberation is based on 7 foundations. We did the first foundations, which is creating sacred space.
Okay.
And then comes the power of intention, and then comes the breath, then comes the blindfold, then comes the music, then comes the dance, and then comes the return home. And so this is a map that I've created so that really anyone can take this, whether they're a teacher of the modality or they're just practicing at home, and they can follow it. And once you follow this map, then there is really a structure to let go into the dance. And the way I see it in general, that it's an invitation to change your life. It's the dance of life. And so through doing this very intricate practice and dedicated practice, then you could really formulate a new way and change and birth something new in your life.
Well, let's just come back to just the rawness of movement itself.
Right.
Like, what is it about, before going into all of the structure in the
Sure.
like in the body itself, what is it about movement?
Right. So, our bodies, they store all of our memories, ancient or from this lifetime, past lifetime. So the movement, the dance, gives you an opportunity to express that in a way that otherwise, verbally, you can't really express that. No matter how much talk therapy you'll go to, I feel that the body is the expression of your soul. So the Dance of Liberation gives you that opportunity when using the 4th modality, which is the blindfold, to really go deep into the darkness, to really seclude yourself from the outside world, and to allow yourself to go on your own personal vision quest.
Well, as a man, my body, and I'm a pretty good dancer. You've seen me dance.
I've seen you dance, Brian.
Right?
You're awesome.
Tell the people that I got some rhythm.
He's pretty hot with the blindfold and without the blindfold.
Appreciate that. Now, however, though, I still experience, I bounce up against, when I really want to dance, there's something in me. I don't know if it's because it's the sort of male programming that I'm not allowed to move. Like I come up against limitations that I physically feel, like a discomfort, from really letting myself go into dance. And I intuitively feel like there's a lot of healing available there for me, but it's scary. Right. Why am I scared? Why is my body scared to really let go and move? What is that about?
Right. So are you ready to go through a very quick process to get that answer right now? I'm not going to ask you to dance, but I'm going to ask you to expose yourself a little bit.
I am totally available to that, yes.
Okay.
We're going to come up on a commercial in a minute. I'd like to do that after.
Okay, perfect.
So, but that sounds really intriguing.
Yeah, I think that all the men in the world that are watching this right now will probably receive a collective download because of you.
I so would be happy to stand if I need to get up on this table and shake and shimmy.
Yeah.
I learned that from one of my artists. I don't know if that's not really coming through on the screen, but that sounds really amazing. And let's go into that in the next segment.
Absolutely.
But, do you see differences between men and women in how their bodies are are there differences? Do you see that?
At the beginning, yes. At the beginning, each one has their own fear and their own hesitation and their own limitation on the dance floor. I will say that once the dancer, and I say the dancer, not male or female, once the dancer fully surrenders to the process, they shift into a different way of expression through their bodies, and the dance takes over, or the spirit takes over.
I've felt that before too, but but there's a process by which, getting through there. But I'm excited to see what we're about to do.
Excellent.
I'm very excited. So we're going to get ready to go into a commercial. My guest is Parashakti, founder of Dance of Liberation. And she's here to do business. She is not fooling around. This woman is let's get down to it, man. Let's go. So I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. It's really good to be here, Brian.
Thank you. All right, we'll be right back with Parashakti. Have you got a habit you want to change? How would you do things different to better your life experience? Well, we just might have some insight for you, so stay put. I'm here with Parashakti, founder of Dance of Liberation, which is a vision of healing, dedication, and action. This is the Quick Fix on Cool Change Radio, broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios. My name is Brian Reeves. I'm sitting in for Bradley Quick, and we will be right back.
Today, experience the Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
This has never been attempted before by any treatment center, ever. Seasons Malibu is willing to take the risk because they understand quality care and evidence-based long-term recovery. Pay for only 3 months of treatment and stay until you are better, period. I'll say that one more time. Pay for only 3 months of treatment and stay until you are better. Enough is enough. Seasons Malibu wants to count your days of recovery, not the dollars in your pocket. No gimmicks, no guarantees, just straightforward world-class treatment until you are better. Do not hesitate. Call now. Seasons Malibu, 866-780-8539, 866-780-8539. That's Seasons Malibu at www.seasonsmalibu.com or 866-780-8539, 866-780-8539. For a free consultation and details, 866-780-8539.
Welcome back. You are listening to The Quick Fix on Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place for positive change. I am Brian Reeves. This segment is brought to you by the guys from GapZip.com who ask, how do you think? They say how you think is more important than what you think. It's one of the chief reasons why many of you get stuck when you try to take a next step in your career and personal relationships. You can join the two dynamic guys from GapZip.com who actually teach people how to think. Join them live every second and fourth Tuesday evening at 7 Pacific. Go to gapzip.com. That's GAPZip.com. For those of you just joining us on Cool Change Radio, Facebook, or BradleyQuick.com, welcome back. You can listen to this show again or to hundreds of hours of other self-discovery content anytime you want by simply going to BradleyQuick.com. There you can also sign up for Bradley's weekly radio show email reminder. Once a week, you'll receive the most recent interviews in the comfort of your own home or office and listen at your own convenience. And we've got amazing authors and experts and personalities like the lovely Parashakti, who's with us today. And Parashakti, again, is the founder of Dance of Liberation. Her mission is to share the journey that was passed down to her by her elders. And her goal is to prepare you to become a leader, facilitator, invocator, seer, and carrier of your personal medicine. And right now her goal is to take me on a quick little journey into where we going.
All right, Brian. So you are going to close your eyes. Okay. And just as we did, we talked about that the first foundation is creating sacred space. Okay. And so in order to do this, whether you're on the dance floor or off the dance floor like we are right now, this is our platform to dance in a new way, not officially physically. We close our eyes and we create that sacred space. So I invite you too at home to take this opportunity also to connect with us and to journey with us.
And I asked for this because I was discussing that, I noticed that I feel limitations in my body. That it's a fear of dance, of movement, of letting my body just go because it has a wisdom that it just wants to move in response to some sound or just something, but I say no, and I don't even know why.
Exactly.
So here we are.
Okay, good. Right. So we're all going to close our eyes and go within, and we don't have a lot of time for this, so we're just going to take 3 deep breaths together. And as we're taking these deep breaths and creating this sacred space, Brian, I'd like you to, again, just solidify that intention, the power of that intention. And I'd like you to keep your eyes closed through this process. This is part of the teachings of Dance of Liberation is to be in the seclusion of darkness, be in a place where you can let go of the distractions. So you're not wearing the blindfold, and yet the blindfold is the bigger question. So just take this time to speak out to the world, to yourself, declare it. You're witnessed now by I don't know how many people are watching this or will watch it in the future. So I invite you to, as you already did, but to get really clear, because what you shared just a few seconds ago, a few breaths ago, it has even more of a doorway of expression. And so go ahead and just tap in and voice that.
Aloud. You mean voice it aloud?
Yes.
I want to break through this odd limitation that I'm putting on my body. It's like I want the freedom to move as the wisdom, as the body wants to move. I want to allow that.
Beautiful. Now, Brian, in all honesty, give yourself permission. Where in your life, in your dance of life, is this an issue?
Am I speaking this too?
You are. You're exposing yourself here today. The roles are being reversed, everybody.
Okay, why don't you come sit here and I'll go sit there. Well, I mean, if I really sit with it, I can find it everywhere. I can find it in. I mean, it's like this innate desire that wants to leap forth, that I say no to, and I see that in just my desire to really sink myself into the relationships I'm involved in, where I sort of say no, don't go into all those nooks and crannies. Just hold tight here. Professionally, I can see the same. Diet, the way that I eat. Yeah, I mean, I can.
Okay, so
everywhere.
let's use the word no, because that already in your body has a movement, right? And so if you're saying no to yourself, you're saying no to the world. And that expression will come forth on the dance floor as resistance, as you said it so well. So what I would say to you, again, in such a short little dance time that we have together, is using the word yes. And if you just visualize yourself saying yes to the world, just notice inside already what is shifting, what is moving, what is wanting to say yes and be expressed. And just tap into that. And even though you're not dancing right now, express through what you can feel by just saying yes, what your body is feeling.
Yes. I think what I really start to notice is a relaxation more than anything. It's almost like it's not as though there's something that now I'm going to go create so much as I'm going to just allow.
Right.
Because this thing, whatever, in all these areas that would be created, it's leaping out of me to be created, right? To be expressed. It's almost, just saying yes is almost a yield. I sort of instinctive. I'm feeling my body kind of moving a little bit, sort of like there's already just a surrendering, a kind of a yielding to this life that wants to leap out of me.
Right. So when you talk about that leap, just look at it as a leap of faith, right? And so that would be the expression that I would guide you to begin your dance with. And so now you can very gently open your eyes, and at home, if you joined us, thank you for holding the space for Brian. So really, this is the opening to expressing everything that you just shared through your body. And your movement, you will notice if you were on the dance floor, and even now, would begin again to have a language that would be able to shift literally the right and the left hemispheres of the brain and get reprogrammed. And I always love to say this. I, again, was diagnosed with severe learning disabilities and had dyslexia. And when I used to read, the words used to jump all over. So I didn't read. And when I started, my training with the blindfold, that's when I was able to start reading the truth within myself. And when I started being able to read the truth in myself, I started being able to see the world in a whole different way. And my dyslexia went away.
So let me see if I really understand this. So you're saying, like, what we just did, sort of this sort of I don't even know what to call it really. If it's more than just a visualization. I mean, but there's a mind aspect to it. But you're saying, like, take that and add the component of the movement and the music and the sound and elaborate on that.
Well, the process is that first you have to get really in tune with yourself. And most of the time we are more in the doing rather than getting in tune with ourselves. And so the process of dance liberation is the very first invitation is to create the sacred space and solidify your intention. And so with that intention, you can have many, many intentions, and yet we got you to just have one, which is to say yes. And with that yes, the body begins to dance its yes and its expression of yes. And so the Mr. No-No, perhaps, also is invited to dance. We talk about the shadow, all the parts of ourselves that we don't like, and the darkness brings that up. So you're still dancing with the parts of you that feel uncomfortable and feel like, oh, I have this resistance, and yet you have this new friend, which is the yes, to dance with the no. And the yes is ever so overpowering because of the sacred container, because of the energy in the room, and because of the intention. Your intention is not to stay in the no your whole life.
No. Yes. Wait, no.
Can you say that?
Yes.
So from now on,
yes.
I just want you to say yes. And I want you to feel how your body begins, as you said yourself, to relax into it.
But sometimes aren't no's healthy?
No's are healthy when you are ready to do the process to say yes. So if you is that because saying no to something is like saying yes to something else? Well, I see it more as if you say no, your body constricts. Like the body language that I saw you speaking with, or that I read into, even with my eyes closed, was very closed down when you were expressing the fear. And so when you suddenly said the yes, there was something within me that I felt that shifted because of you.
Well, I guess it's because I do so many things that when I keep saying yes to everything, I get overwhelmed.
Right. That's a good point. So the practice of the blindfold actually allows you to choose that one yes.
Okay, so it's choosing. Okay, so it's a selective yessing.
It is.
If we will.
It is. And that's why the dance is ongoing, and you can't have a quick fix.
Aha! You hear that, Bradley Quick? No quick fix. Well, Parashakti, we're going to go to a commercial. When we come back, I'd love to talk more about the dark night of the soul. Sound fun? Sound juicy?
Sure does.
That does sound juicy to me. Hang tight. We are here right now to inspire your life, to resolve issues in your career, health, and relationships, to empower you to be all that you can be. You're on the quick fix, but there ain't no quick fix, but maybe there is a quick fix. I don't know. What do we really know? In any case, this is Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to reshape your vision of what's possible. Now, that's for sure. My name is Brian Reeves. I'm sitting in for Bradley Quick, and we'll be right back. Thank you all for joining us.
There are self-help seminars costing thousands of dollars guaranteeing miraculous transformations. There are compelling speakers and life-changing weekend experiences where you can walk on fire. They all deliver revelations that guarantee you'll come back for the more expensive revelations filled with even greater wonder next month on Fiji. We get addicted to positive, heartfelt, expensive theater. What we really need is a jumpstart, an awakening, someone who can give us a reminder that everything we need lies within. Through inspiration and practical knowledge, Dorothy Donahue helps people get grounded and motivated, inspired and energized. It's not just words and affirmations and the power of intention. It's a mindset brought about by a tangible, transcendental experience, an audio-visual, physical, spiritual experience that helps us realize we transform ourselves. We get tools to become the conscious co-creators of lives of unlimited potential, Find out more. Go to DorothyDonahue.com. You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
I'm Melody Beattie, author of Codependent No More. 7 times more Americans have hepatitis C than AIDS. I'm one of them. If you're one of the millions of Americans with hepatitis C and your doctors are treating you with interferon, then you're clearly aware of how your life has been turned horribly upside down. Backed by huge pharmaceutical monies, the medical community swears there's only one dangerous, disabling way to battle this silent killer. It's not true. There are alternatives, and they work. Triumph Over Hepatitis C is a book written by best-selling author Lloyd Wright, who fully recovered from this frightening disease. Lloyd is helping others to take charge of their lives and fight for their body's freedom from this crippling illness. His program is working for me. Call the people at Hepatitis C Free now at 866-HEP-C-FREE. That's 866-HEP-C-FREE. Don't become another medical statistic. Find out the truth about hepatitis C and get your life back.
Get your copy of Triumph Over Hepatitis C at Barnes & Noble and at hepatitiscfree.com. Call 866-HEP-C-FREE.
Welcome back. You're listening to Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to find your passion and purpose. My name is Brian Reeves. I'm sitting in for Bradley Quick. My website is www.managingthemagic.com, and we are here to provide you with alternative solutions to the issues in your life. Right now, Bradley, who I'm filling in for, he's in Teotihuacan, Mexico, home of the Toltec Pyramids. He's there with Lee McCormick, Emily Greaves, and many other healers staying at the Dreaming House right at the base of the Toltec Pyramids. You can also visit the Dreaming House, study the Toltec wisdom, and step out of the social matrix and into the spiritual matrix. Simply go to spiritrecovery.com. That is spiritrecovery.com, and click on the Journeys link if you're interested in the Toltec Pyramids and the Toltec wisdom. Go to spiritrecovery.com and click on the Journeys link. I am back with Parashakti, born in Jerusalem, Israel, and descended from a long line of spiritual healers. Parashakti is the founder of the powerful, life-changing process known as the Dance of Liberation. The Dance of Liberation integrates shamanic journeying, hands-on healing, drumming, global music, sweat lodges, and fasting to dissolve participants' physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual blockages to joyful life, to joyful living. Joining us once again, Parashakti.
Hello.
Welcome back. Hi.
Thank you.
It's really sweet to have you here.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank
It's
you.
wonderful
I'm so
to be here.
glad we decided to do this.
Yes, me too.
This is wonderful. This is my fourth. You're my fourth guest. This is like
Wow.
the beginning of an era. And who knows, it might be
Amazing.
the end of the era. It might have been a 4-guest era. I have no way of knowing.
I am sure you're going to rock the world, Brian.
So we were before we went into break, we were talking about, we started to get into sort of darkness and dark night of the soul kind of stuff. That's something that people hear about and don't really necessarily, tell us about that. In terms of the Dance of Liberation, where does this dark night of the soul, this exploration of the darkness come into play?
Sure. So, Brian, every time we experience a trauma in our life, we lose parts of our soul. We give our power away. And so the way I see Dance of Liberation is that it's about retrieving, I will say dancing, to retrieve lost parts of your soul. And so
when you say lost, though, I mean, what do you mean by lost? Is
okay,
it really
so I'll give
lost?
you a perfect example. So my dark night of the soul started with my physical injuries during dance. There I was thinking I was going to be a professional dancer, and I danced for so many years from the age of 4. And my first injury, the doctor said, you're not going to be able to dance. And so I went on the dark night of the soul, meaning that I felt absolutely non-existent. And what am I worth if I can't express myself through dance? Because don't forget, Brian, I wasn't good in school, so I was certainly not going to go to college.
Right.
So the whole dream of what I was creating and what I was going to be, and was like my ego was just completely injured, and my body was physically injured. And so when I was in my cast, that's when I started dancing with my eyes closed. And my body
So you mean you couldn't physically move,
Right.
But your eyes were closed and you were dancing in your mind.
Well, I was able to move, but I wasn't able to move and dance like I used to. I was in a cast.
Okay.
But what I did do is I started being in a laboratory and an exploration of how can I heal myself from this injury on every level. And so the practice of going into the seclusion of darkness started then with my injuries.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Fascinating.
And so, once you cry out for the teacher comes. And in the physical plane, I met the shaman that I worked with for 3 years, an apprentice, Wilbert Alex. And he actually introduced the blindfold to me. But before that, I was dancing with my eyes closed.
Like by necessity.
Yeah.
I mean, life just, that was...
Exactly.
Okay,
Right,
got it.
right.
Wow.
So the song of heart and the direction and purpose started through my own dark night of the soul. And so I do believe that it can be a physical injury, or it can be just a breakup. And when you are in a place of vulnerability, you can actually begin to dance in a new way. And that's what happened with me.
Wow, very interesting. So when you say lost soul, it's not like we're just using language to describe something that's traumatic and painful and kind of we may not even be aware of it.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I think a lot of dark night of the soul journeying is going places we didn't even know existed within us.
Right.
These places of sadness, of pain, of trauma, of right? And so
Yeah.
does that come out while people are dancing? And what does
Yes.
that look like? I mean,
Yeah, it does. It does. So, for example, just going back to you, because I feel that this is a great time to focus on you, Brian.
Perfect.
Is that, that resistance and that no, right? Yes. It holds something in your body.
It does.
And so I, again, would be guiding you to use that as an entry point to exploring the dark night of your soul.
Okay.
And so that no will be the key and the foundation to unlock whatever is in the body that is causing you to feel those feelings.
Because there's something there.
Yes.
Like there's a I don't know. To me, I describe it. It's almost like a wall.
Right. Exactly.
It's literally like a wall that walls me in.
Exactly.
And I just know there's healing there. But,
right.
It's hard to go there by myself.
Right. So the beauty of Dance of Liberation is that at a certain point, and it's a collective consciousness, and that's what is so powerful about this work, is that at a certain point on the dance floor, everyone breaks through the wall. And they express it each very differently. Some leading into the breakthrough will cry and lay down on the floor and not be able to move. They'll freeze. Some people will go into a cathartic, ecstatic, chaotic expression of that.
Like the bodies will just
Yes.
will just wig out.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Fascinating.
Very
Wow,
fascinating.
That's very interesting. And how many of these dances would you say you've led over the years?
Well, I know for sure that I've worked with over 10,000 dancers around the world. And, it works. It works. It's a structure, and yet it's a place of freedom.
And there's been a documentary made about
That's
this.
right. That's right. We're in the completion of Dance of Liberation documentary. We premiered it at the Albuquerque Film Festival and at the Silent River Film Festival here in Los Angeles. And now we're in a place of looking for distribution and also tightening the ship. So that's why I'm back in LA, and I'm working to really formulate the right way of getting it out to the world.
And the title of the documentary is Dance of Liberation.
Correct.
And this may be a stupid question, but what's it about?
Oh, okay. So what I did was I interviewed some of the most wonderful wisdom leaders out there in the world about the 7 foundations of Dance of Liberation, because they are very universal. Okay. And so I went around and I asked those questions, those big questions. And I also track my own personal story. And I go back to Israel, and I go on a vision quest, on a pilgrimage to the desert with my father, my ultra-Orthodox Jewish father.
And this is all in the film?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and we have our own dance in the desert.
You and your father.
Yes, and that you'll have to watch, Brian, in order to see the rest, and so will you.
Okay. Wow. And how does your father receive? Is that a dramatic journey? Is it a smooth journey? Is it?
Well,
give us a little teaser.
Let's just say that when my father and I, with the production company, went deep into the desert, and at a certain point, I wanted the cameras to just go away, to shut off. And it was right then and there when I was about to say, you can't film this, when my soul said, this is the truth, and this is what the world needs to see. So, yes, there was much drama there, and always a happy dance.
And are you writing a book as well, I understand?
Yes, I have it in a manuscript. It's been in the workings now for about, 3 years. And I'm really hoping that my great, wonderful doctorate of literature and Rabbi Miriam Glazer, who her and I have been writing articles together, is going to edit it for me because it needs a good editor.
So you got a lot going on. And I notice also, because I know you fairly well, and you're always juicing and juice fasting. Like, do you ever eat food?
Oh, I love food, Brian.
What is it about the juice fasting? What is it about that?
It gives me such powerful mental clarity and a lightness of being that I really believe that everyone should juice. And yes, I've been doing it for many, many years, and I facilitate the guidance of the shamanic journeying through the juice cleansing. And I have a wonderful senior faculty in New York City that work with me, and we take people on 5, 10, 21-day, 40-day cleanses.
Wow. What's the longest juice fast that you've done?
40 days.
40 days. Wow. Oh, are you on a cleanse right now?
I am. I'm so
Imagine
excited.
That was such a leading question because I already knew the answer.
Yes. I decided, along with my business partner for the film, that while I'm here in LA, in order to really get clear and focused, that I am going to do a juice cleanse. And I must say that I am feeling super high and super energized, and can't wait to dance.
Well, we're going to shortly again move into the final commercial and commercial break. And then when we come back, we'll return home.
Yes.
After this dance that we've just done together.
Right, the seventh foundation.
This will be the seventh foundation. We created sacred space. We set intention. We breathed together. You blindfolded me for a minute. Don't think I didn't see that. There was a little bit of shaking and there was music, right? We danced, this little thing we did. And then when we come back, we're going to return home. How's that sound?
Beautiful.
Sound good? You ready for that? I got a lot of buttons to press. I'm still learning it. So I hope I'm in the right spot. Taylor, Bradley, forgive me if not, but here we go. Parashakti, thank you so much for being with us.
Ryan.
We'll be right back. Stay put. You are in the right place. You're at Cool Change Radio. And I would like to welcome all of our new talk shows, including Saving Lives with Susan Blauner, Dates and Mates with Mrs. Damona Hoffman. I'm Brian Reeves. My website is managingthemagic.com. I'm filling in for Bradley Quick. You are listening to Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement on the Solutions Radio Network. Go to break.
Get quality goods for less from Bag City, serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Up to 70% below retail on everything. Coin purses, wallets, organizers, purses, briefcases, backpacks, travel and garment bags, and ladies' and men's leather jackets. All discounted, all up to 70% below retail. Bag City, the best for less? Bag City serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Contact Bag City at 818-990-1795. That's Bag City, quality goods for less money. Bag City, where 15% of all sales go to local charities. You can't beat that. You help local charities while getting quality goods at up to 70% below retail. Contact Bag City now at 818-990-1795. Contact Bag City today and get quality goods for less money. That's 818-990-1795. Shop Bag City to save. Shop Bag City for charity. Bag City, 818-990-1795.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
Today, experience The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, the Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
Welcome back. Thanks to all of you joining us on CoolChangeRadio.com, Facebook, and BradleyQuick.com. As you know, you can catch our live and video recorded shows at CoolChangeRadio.com and over 700 hours of Bradley's best audio interviews, your favorite topics and personalities. You're listening to Cool Change Radio and broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios, your home for self-improvement and a place for positive life enhancement. You can see my guest on the screen, Parashakti, founder of Dance of Liberation. And I want you to know that we are being supported in large part by one of Bradley's favorite charities, the Cool Change Foundation. The foundation was created to help families and all the children in those families. They do that by providing positive, transformational life enhancement methods and techniques to those children's caretakers, which are usually moms and dads, so that they may overcome negative habits and become better role models and providers for the kids. And as a direct result, the children's home and family life becomes more nurturing and loving. So you can help the Cool Change Foundation, help the moms and dads and kids in your community, and you can do that by simply sending a donation of love and support directly to the foundation at thecoolchangefoundation.org. Once there, click the Support Us link at the top of the page, and you will be helping the children in these communities. And I'm sure that there's a lot more information on thecoolchangefoundation.org. So please, no donation is too small. Every little bit helps. You know, we hear that so often, and the reality is that it's true. No donation is too small. Every little bit of energy is just energy into the flow of that experience. So all of us here at Cool Change Radio, thank you for your support. I am back with Parashakti and the seventh... What is the seventh?
Seventh foundation.
The seventh foundation
home.
of Dance of Liberation, which again is a universal, right? Universal. We find these foundations through all of our creations in life, whether we do them consciously or not.
Right.
You know, it's like just there's a dance. Well, we're always dancing. Life is a constant dance. You know, relationships are dances. Right. You know, everything has an opening, and whether we set intentions, even if we don't do it consciously, we bring intentions into an experience. And so it's like I love that. You know, we can do that consciously or just live with our unconscious stuff, right? And so I love the intentionality of, you know, just that structure alone, which is universal. And so now, this is our last segment, so we are returning home.
Perfect, Brian. And, you know, once again, we're going to turn to you. We're going to support Brian in the closing of this dance.
Okay.
So you've gone through each foundation, Brian,
Yes.
and the last foundation of Dance of Liberation is returning home. Now, what does it mean to return home? It's the integration part.
Okay.
And so you have danced, you have expressed, you've released, you've let go, you've surrendered. The body is free. The body, as my elders say, once you dance in this way, your life is forever changed. So I ask you, Brian, now that you have been witnessed, not only by... And usually, you know, it's mostly just me and the gatekeepers that are witnessing you. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much a lot of people out there that are going to be watching this or watching it now. Mm-hmm. So now that you've gone through this process, there's, in essence, the body wants to fulfill a new way of a dance, of a life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so with saying yes, what can you commit to in your life on this day so that you can leave the dance floor, you can return home in a good way?
I think I feel kind of instinctively where the sort of the leading edge of this challenge that's at least most accessible in this moment is just literally on the dance floor. You know, I go to a lot of events. There's a lot of music. I'm in the transformational entertainment business, so I work with a lot of artists, and, you know, I'm just always in that environment, and I feel my body wants to dance, and I just want to cultivate the yes of the body wanting to move. I mean, this body's got some skills. Body's got rhythm. It's got some stuff, but wow, I just want to say yes to that. I want to say yes to that.
Okay, so you're telling us that you are committing to a dance practice, that you're going to take this and you're going to exercise it, just like, you would go maybe to a yoga class. But you're saying, okay, I'm going to actually take this into a practice and explore what I have intended here in a dance practice. That's your commitment.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to plug in, because I'm just visiting LA, I'm going to plug in for you to look up www.spiritweaves.com.
Spiritweaves.com.
Yes.
And
and
like hair
you
weaves,
have
but
classes.
spirit weaves.
You've got soul dancing, 5 rhythm classes almost every single day.
All right.
And now what I'm going to invite you even more to know is that by showing up, I will quote my elders and repeat myself, your life is forever changed. So if you don't show up, the no is going to start growing in a way that you're going to start feeling the wall again in the physical plane.
Okay. Thank you.
All right?
Okay. I take that on. Yes.
And for all of you out there, I go to these classes, and I'll be here till July 11th. Join me for Michael Skeleton's classes. They're amazing. And Joe.
And actually, I'd love for you to take this moment now to, where can people find you? Online. What's going on for you? Where can they see the movie?
Yes.
Tell us.
Yes. So first of all, my website is parashakti.org, parashakti.org.
Okay.
And I've got teacher trainings, and I've got one-on-one soul healing programs. I've got very elongated committed programs. I've got intro programs. So just feel free to email me, and I would love to work with you. I'd love to see you on the dance floor. And I'll say, for those of you that are in New York, I am flying back for a spiritual nightclub called Illuminate that I'm co-producing with the Aladdin production team, and it's going to be in Brooklyn, and I'm super excited about it. It's going to be from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. So we're going on an all-night vision quest, and we are going to shapeshift ourselves into the next paradigm. So are you ready? Join us for Dance of Liberation, July 13th. Thank you.
And are you on Facebook?
And I'm on Facebook, yes.
What's the website on Facebook?
It is, we just did it today, the new one. So it's www.facebook.com/Parashakti Dance.
Parashakti-dance.
No, it's Parashakti Dance. We don't have a dash.
We don't have a dash. You're right. Wow, I even helped you with that. So
That's right.
You busted me. Good eye. So, anything else? Final words.
I want to just
Yes.
thank you, Brian,
Yes.
for sharing your process. And in Dance Liberation, we always close ceremony just like we open ceremony.
Okay.
So I'm going to invite all of us to take one last breath and close our eyes. And whatever you received here today, once again, you've witnessed Brian's process. It's your process too. And just think of where you too can sanctify this space, close this space by committing to yourself, because each and every day is a new day, just like the sun rises each and every day. So thank you for this moment, for this time together, and may this day be just as beautiful as you are out there. Thank you, Brian.
Aho!
Aho!
Aho! Thank you so much, Parashakti, for joining us. And this also concludes my little 4-day run here on Cool Change Radio with Bradley Quick, filling in for Bradley Quick, except that when he comes back, I don't know when we're going to do it, but I'm going to interview him about his trip to the Toltec pyramids. So he's going to sit over there, and I'm going to ask him the tough questions. Well, I'm not even going to go into the tough questions because I don't want him to get a preview of it. So that's going to come up soon, and I'm really looking forward to that. But otherwise, it's been a real deep honor for me to be here interacting with these just extraordinary beings. Parashakti, thank you again so much. It's been truly an honor to have you here and to explain about the dance and the movement. I think we got into some good stuff today, so thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right, so right now we're going to send it into the Getting Fit with Mr. Universe segment with former Mr. Universe, Paul Madrano. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you, all my guests. Thank you, Taylor. And it's all yours, brother.